You're listening to the Last Man In podcast. Covering Winnipeg hockey and the NHL.
Scheifele dances his way in. Scheifele scores! Mike Wheeler finds the far corner. And the Winnipeg Jets win it in overtime.
Woo, woo, woo. Last Man In podcast, episode number 175. Got Dan, Cam, the replacement Matt. No Greg. Greg decided to just move. He's gone.
Yep.
We don't know where he is. Now, we'll say he's on a scouting report, because I actually don't. What is he doing right now? He's busy? Doesn't matter.
Is there a Leafs game on?
Yeah. Was I supposed to message him to call him?
I don't know. No, he said he'd let you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Okay. Well, nope, that's fair. That's fair. No,
I'll
Greg.
check.
It's okay. You do you. I don't do previews.
Okay.
I do great intros. We know this.
Yep.
My intros are the best. People say my intros are the best. Everyone knows my intros are the best. What's that word? Like, I'm trying to make fun of Trump right now. Remember, he's like, I know the best words. My words are the best words. People have said, I know the best words. Ask people. They're like, yeah, his words, the best words. It's like, what are you doing, you crazy man? Anyways, let's
You were
not talk about
supposed to
that.
message Gregory.
Was I?
You're supposed to. Yep.
Oh, I am. That's what Greg said to you?
Someone's supposed to.
Well, okay. Either way, it doesn't
I'll
matter.
get
We're
on
supposed to take care of this. This is off-air stuff now. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
This is what we do. Yeah, everyone get on their phone. Let's call this the Millennial Podcast.
Done.
Just listen
Should
to
we
this.
dab?
I was just turning my ringtone off because
Oh,
Should we
yeah,
dab?
good
Not-
thinking.
Yeah.
Phones.
Nobody's
there
going
you
to
go.
see it, but should we dab?
No. Cat, if you want to hit the... Cat, don't you do it. Don't. You get away from the microphone. Okay, good. There's a cat, so if you hear random bells,
Yep.
that's a cat.
Yep.
His name is Cat. And he's a cat. Anyways...
Why?
So it's been a while since we've all been back together, and by a
Yeah.
while I mean 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it ended on a sour note.
Because someone
last night.
failed to even mention that they were doing the podcast
Actually, you know
last
what? I
week.
take full responsibility for that. I was supposed to contact.
I was
you.
waiting for you to pick me up to go to the hockey game, and I look on Facebook, and I'm say, oh, they did the podcast. That's nice.
Yeah. And then Greg got mad. Greg was upset. So what I did was I went. Who's that?
You went rogue.
I went rogue, and I just recorded it with Matt.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on the podcast before I went on my trip. I went to America. I went to the old Big Apple.
The big A.
And you know what I found out? Their broadcast teams suck. Yeah, come at me, MSG, the entire network. Your broadcast teams blow. Awful. Terrible. Dennis Bayak, number one. Number one hockey boy, Dennis Bayak. And Ray
Dennis.
Ferraro.
Yeah,
and
Ray's
Gord
good.
Miller. I'm not going to name all the announcers, but anyways, went there.
Anyone who doesn't work for CBC, let's put it that way.
What do you mean?
The ones that work for CBC
No,
are not
hey.
Sportsnet.
No, you know what?
not
No.
that good.
Dave Randorf is atrocious.
I challenge you to... I will give you my Game Center password later. I'm not saying it now. Later. I challenge you to, when the Jets play the Islanders or the Rangers, watch it on their feed.
I used to watch Thrasher games, dude. I saw everything.
You know what? Then
saw
yeah.
everything.
But... Okay, yeah, you've seen everything. Then maybe not Matt. Okay. yeah. Dude, Randolph, great. At least he knows what hockey is. And one guy was like... He literally was like Chance the Rapper. I was listening to him. He's just like, yeah, let's do that hockey. And I'm like, what? What are you talking? This
I will
isn't
invite
Randolph.
you to go back and watch, I think it was the Jets and the Penguins from this year, the game when the Jets scored 5 in the first.
Okay.
Bob Cole did the game. He didn't even know what was happening half the time. There literally was like...
That's the fun of Bob Cole.
The Jets score. They pull the goal, like Pittsburgh pulls their goalie. They show the graphic of the new goalie. He's commentating. They drop the puck. There's no commentary. Wheeler goes, Deeks Letang goes in and scores in like 5 seconds. There's literally no commentary the whole time, and all you hear is, "What's going on in Winnipeg?" He totally had no
Oh,
idea.
baby.
Literally had no idea what was
He
happening.
fell asleep for those 5
was like,
seconds,
Jesus.
just took a quick nap, and
Did
then
he
looked
fall
up.
asleep or did he was
I don't
walking
know.
through death's door? By the way, to fill anyone in, Bob Cole is like a broadcast legend in Canada. For anyone who's not in Canada who doesn't know who Bob Cole is, he calls usually only Canucks or Leafs in the playoffs. Oh, sweet, sorry. Woo, cat just jumped on me underneath the table. I'm scared of
on, man.
cats. I'm scared of cats. Anyways, and he's a legend, but he's getting up there. Like
Yeah.
the 5 seconds of like air it's dead air. it might be actual dead air. Like one of these days, it's happening on air. It's like Don Cherry. Don Cherry's going on the air. Yeah. Like as morbid as this sounds, there's no way he's going in his sleep. Don Cherry's gonna be Russians, and then he's just gonna stop, freeze, and then it's gonna be Ron McLean like. And just a word from McGavin's bread. Take it away, Sidney Crosby. And he's like, hey, I'm Sidney Crosby. I like bread. Like, that's how...
I like bread.
That's how Cherry's going to go. For sure. Anyways, what happened this past week? The Jets played 4 games. Let's go oldest to newest. Red Wings, they lost 5-1 to the Red Wings. There was a questionable goalie call. I thought it was goal interference off the hop. That's because there was
Certainly
a bit of...
like it.
I'm not trying to be the contrarian. There was a bit of a shove by Morrissey. However, the puck was already... The Hellebuck could have saved it if the shove wasn't there.
The thing is, Nyquist, he's already in the blue paint before the shot even happens, and if you watch his trajectory, yeah, he's pushing with Morrissey, but he's going to hit Hellebuck no matter what, and he actually does make contact with Hellebuck before Morrissey pushes him. Morrissey does push him, but I mean, I've seen goals called back for a lot less. Like, there was a goal this year where Scheifele was standing a good 2 feet out of the blue paint.
The Bishop one.
With his back to Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop puts his stick around Scheifele's skate. The shot comes from the point. They score. Bishop's like, I couldn't move my stick. Scheifele had no idea he did it. They literally called it back. No goal.
The thing was, it wasn't even like it went 5-hole or anything.
No.
It went to the glove side.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping him from making that
Scheifele
save.
literally did nothing. He didn't even know he was there. And they called that goal back. And then this goal, Nyquist falls on top of Hellebuck, and they still let it in. I did.
So, was there any other takeaways from that game? I know Dan. I don't know if you watched that.
Oh, I stopped watching when there was like 10 minutes left in the third.
Okay,
It was
wow.
just bad to watch.
Okay, all right. Next game then. They took on the Panthers. They lost 6-4. What happened? I thought Panthers weren't a good team.
Young goalie.
Yeah.
Connery
played his
I don't
second
want to
career
be.
game ever.
I don't want to use this excuse, but honestly, if Hellebuck plays this game, they probably would have won because they scored 4 goals as is, and there was a couple like Florida had a horseshoe up their butt plays. Like Kyle Connor had a wide open net, and Keith Yandel did like a 2-pad stack. Puck goes off his shin pads right along the line, and 5 guys are chipping on it, and it doesn't go in.
And the first 2 goals Connery let in.
And some of the goals were just. They're goals that the Jets are probably used to being stopped. Let's put it that way.
Well, this year at least.
Yeah, this year. So.
Yeah, no, Connor Hellebuck.
That was just one of those games where they played good and they didn't win.
Well, they were chasing the game too. Like it looked like the Jets of old, where they weren't really playing too structured defensively, and they were just trying to outscore the other team. And with a young goalie, it probably wasn't the best way to go about things. But
now, is this the game that Buff went down?
No,
it was not.
No,
okay,
it was Tampa.
So the game after that was, in fact, they took on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they lost 4-3 in overtime.
And they look good.
Not bad.
No, they look
Tampa, Winnipeg. Could you see it? I don't want to.
Final?
I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it.
It's tough to say.
I don't want to say it because I have a few. I literally have a few bets.
It's only
both of them involve the Jets not winning a playoff game, and they both are going to suck.
It's only been one game that they play each other this year, but I have, based on what I saw, if the Jets did get to that point, I feel confident in them against Tampa. I'm not worried.
Winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
You're not going to say it. I'll say it.
I'm not
going to
saying that they're the favorite, but I'm saying, in my mind,
they could hold their own.
They can hang with them.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, they shut down Kucherov and Stamkos basically the whole night. And
who was that line? Larry?
Scheifele.
The Scheifele line got the Stamkos line?
Well, they had their line.
Right.
We weren't at home.
Okay, because I'm like, what?
No,
why?
it's. I mean, really.
Wait, Scheifele and Stamkos were taking face-offs against each other?
Yeah, neither of them were winning actually.
Because, okay, you already know my stance. I don't think he's great at face-offs. He's a fantastic player.
He's actually gotten better.
No, definitely.
48%
but
says
Scheifele and Stamkos are like 2 top 10 scorers that are centers, but like, if there's any chance of me, like, they're like, hey, can I play wing? You're like, yes, go play wing. Because your possession's going to go up for sure. Because they're going to be off the face-offs.
Actually, just watching the game, Tampa and Winnipeg to me are very similar teams.
Yeah,
they're very offensive. Like offensively, they're loaded.
They're both very gifted. Yeah.
Defensively, on paper, they're good. They give up chances. Like Tampa Bay gives up chances, but they're good. They're pretty good. They're pretty good on paper.
And they both have good, very young goalies.
Yeah, to me, they're very evenly matched in my opinion.
Why is it that I think that Connor Hellebuck was like a 40-year-old man when I'm thinking of Vasilevsky? When I think they're the same age or like a year apart.
I think they're like a year apart.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was literally I'm like, Connor Hellebuck's a vet. And then look, Vasilevsky's young too. They're both young. What are we talking about? Yeah. That's what just went through my mind. But yeah, like to jump on what Dan just said, like it seems like, well, they match up pretty good. Like I didn't expect the Jets to go to overtime with Tampa at all. I thought it was going to be
and
like 5-1.
the funny thing is too is that
Tampa.
The Jets played a good road game, but they didn't play nearly as good as they can, and they were up with 10 minutes to go.
Well, I think the difference in the playoffs, if we do see this matchup, which I don't think we will because it's too far away to say.
Yeah.
But if we do,
calling it. No, you got a timestamp it. See, I told you. I told you.
Happen.
Yeah.
If we do see it, and Winnipeg's just such a bigger, heavier team that they might be able to get on them and wear them down.
Yeah, but hold on. To be the contrarian to this argument, Winnipeg's also coming from the West, so they're going to be able to throw their body around 100%, but they're also going to be beat up. Not that I hate doing this, but okay, say if obviously Philly's not making the Stanley Cup final. If they do, I'll eat my own words for sure. I'll get a cup. I'll get a cake.
That'll be the best words you ever had to eat in your life.
Yeah, like seriously. But like Philly, like teams come out of the East, it's not as rough and tumble. Like, there's a reason they always, in game one, it usually seems like the team who's coming out of the East has a faster step. Because usually they're more skill-based instead of the kill each other based.
Arguably the two best players in the league right now.
Oh, I would say 1-2 for sure.
But the Jets,
I mean, they're leading the All-Star game.
There was one point, but there was one point this week that Kuch and Stamkos were 1 and 2 in league scoring, and Wheeler and Scheifele were 3 and 5.
Yeah. Who's 4?
Gaudreau.
Or Voracek.
But Wheeler was 3 and Scheifele was 5. So, like, in terms of duos, like, there you go. Like, even, and then again, does Wheeler have the skill of a Stamkos? Probably not, but he puts up points.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Does Scheifele have the skill of a Kucherov?
People don't ask how you get it. I only ask how you get it because I know if it's Scheifele, like, a fifth of the time, most likely on an empty net.
The thing I've kind of come to think about the Jets and watching them play this year, in my mind, they have the best top 6 forwards in the league. In my mind.
Just wait till Laine actually
from 1
gets
to
going.
6. Like they like
top 6. I don't know. I know you're both giving me looks here. Yes, because I'm trying to think of other top 6s that are like because they're not top. The only other team I'm thinking of, and again, I'm not Greg in my own clothing. Toronto, if all their guys play together, but they haven't. So in that aspect,
I don't even think they're as good.
Well, top 6 forwards. None jump off the sheet. I know Winnipeg's good because I see them everywhere, so I can't really escape it.
Maybe take Toronto's top 9 over Winnipeg's top 9.
Yeah.
But I definitely take Winnipeg's top 6
I've
over
been happy.
I'm not even just trying to think of Toronto at this point. Like other teams, like
but just think about
Philly split up their line. So
like Scheifele's on pace for almost 40 goals. Laine's on pace for over 40 goals. Ehlers is on pace for 40 goals. Wheeler's on pace for almost 100 points. Scheifele's on pace for 90 points. Kyle Connor's got 10 goals already. He's a rookie.
Quiet rookie, but he won't be in the vote,
Brian Little,
unfortunately.
Little's having a bit of a slower year, but
that's just him getting used to playing.
Yeah, to me, their top 6 is. I don't know who can. I'm not saying that those guys.
No,
are better
not
than
you're not
Kuch
trying
and
to take
Stamkos,
anything away. I'm trying to think of.
But
I don't know their the Tampa. I don't know too many people's top 6.
The hard thing with the Jets is okay. So you're going to shut down Scheifele and Wheeler, then Laine and Ehlers are wide open. You're going to shut down Laine and Ehlers, and Scheifele and Wheeler are wide open. Like, it's tough. And then you look how much the fourth line is scoring. Like, Matthew Perreault's a point a game since he came back. And that's like 14 games.
Well, look at the power play they had in the Vancouver game.
Yeah.
Where it went from Myers to Armia to Perreault into the net.
Yeah.
That's 2 guys on your fourth line that are on the power play getting points and scoring goals for you.
To me,
on the power play.
To me, that's their third line, just because I think it's a better line. I know Hendricks is on it, but still, I think it's a better line. But I know that on the depth chart, they're the fourth line.
Just wait till next year when they don't bring Hendricks back, and then you can just slot Roslovic
He's good,
right
though,
up in.
man. He's
yeah, but
good.
no, but you put Roslovic up into that spot.
That's the scary part.
I don't put Roslovic in there. I don't think he's earned it. Jack the Ripper needs to stay in.
Point a game.
We gotta bring up the guy who doesn't have a point a game in the AHL. I'm talking about number 34, Gator, JC Lapombe. He's earned it. He doesn't have a point a game.
No, but he's.
No, I said
he had a hat trick like 2 games ago.
Yeah, but he most certainly doesn't have a point a game in the AHL.
Not many guys do in the AHL.
I think
Once they get to a point in the game, usually they pull them up.
Yeah,
right
they
away.
usually
should,
called up,
should
so.
be J.C. LaPon.
Hey.
The silent assassin.
All I'm saying is with the Jets is I think they've got the talent there that they can win every game. It's just a matter of
Which team shows up.
which team they're going to get. Like you watch the Vancouver game on Monday, like they won 5-1. They didn't play bad, but they didn't play as well as they have, and they still won 5-1. Like
They are now doing what we all
I mean-
wanted them to be doing the last couple of years, which is they're not playing down to the team they're playing. Which
No.
Vancouver's a fantastic team this year. Which God,
I wouldn't say fantastic. They're good.
They're good.
not
they're better
fantastic.
than we thought they were.
Yeah,
gonna
but
be.
like now.
You guys were just ripping them before the season.
Oh,
they were-
I will be the
I-
first one to say that.
I literally
Yes.
thought they were that bad.
God. We thought they were like oh, Vegas has got a beat for sure.
Let's
but
not forget though, Brock Besser kind of came out of fucking no. Like I
Yeah.
didn't think
How
he'd be this
dare
good.
you.
I didn't think he'd be this good. I thought he'd be a decent hockey player in a couple of years. I didn't think he'd be tearing up the league in his rookie season.
You see the way
He's getting,
Jake Virtanen looks
40
at
goals.
I have to tell you a funny story actually, because I remember like after how much we crapped on the Canucks, they were like the third or fourth game the Jets played this year on the road, and I'm going into it. I'm like, all right, Jets are gonna lay waste to them here. They won like 4-3, and they barely won. I was like, that was so unsatisfying. I just wanted them to smoke them, and I'm watching the game. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Vancouver sucks. And I'm watching. I'm like, well, not that bad.
I remember after the first week of like watching highlights and stuff, I'm like, damn it, wrong again.
And that's like Vegas. I've gotten over Vegas, but they kept winning. I'm like, oh, come on.
They're gonna
I'm
make the
pretty sure I
playoffs.
picked them to finish with like 50 points. They're already at like 41.
There's a few bets in here that I am nearing that Nathan McKinnon 54 points. Like that is right around the. That's like January time.
What's he at? Like
I don't know.
30-something?
I don't know what he's at,
I
but
think he's top 10 or top 15 in scoring right now. So that's got to
Yeah.
put him in like the.
We're getting a lot of treats of pizza this year.
we're
that
backing
puts him
on
in
the.
the 33 to 35 point mark. I think.
Did I say if Line scores 50, we're getting one? I think I did, eh?
Yes,
You might be safe on that one. I don't know.
I don't know if
All it
he's-
takes is him getting on. He doesn't have a hat trick yet this year, so that's
He's had
bound to come.
He's had a quote unquote slow start. He's got 15 goals in 30 games.
That's what scares me.
He's on pace for over 40, and he's slow. Like
Okay.
that's quote unquote slow start.
So my bet was if when Nathan McKinnon got 54 points, I owe a treats a pizza. In 30 games played, he has 33 points. That's
So in about-
the end of
So
January.
in about 17 games, we're getting the treats.
We are getting a treats. It's happening.
Nice.
We're like two Hatties away from almost a treats. Because with his goals come his points. All right. So they lost to Tampa Bay 4-3. And then they won. Oh, the Canucks, they lost 5. They won 5-1.
5-1.
Anything notable for that?
Yeah, Matthew Perreault is savage.
What?
The little
Took away an empty net goal from Matt. Okay, there's like 15 seconds left in the game. The Jets dump the puck in. Markstrom goes behind the net, takes the puck, turns and fires it right up the middle, right to Matt Hendricks. Wide open net. Hendricks is like all day. Rips it in, scores. They all celebrate. I'm like, yeah. I go home and I watch the replay. Pro fucking tipped it in the empty net.
The rat bastard!
Did you
Come
see
on!
Hendricks though? Like, did you see Hendricks' reaction
No.
to it? Hendricks shoots the puck, starts celebrating, and then Pro tips it, and then he just like Pro goes over to the celebrating. He's like, "Fuck off! Get
out of here. I hate
Go
you."
away!" The funny thing about that is that was Pro's 100th goal of his career.
I would have it no other way,
Smashed
apparently.
it.
Dirty
Smashed it.
bastard.
It was pretty funny.
Ah.
That was about the only noteworthy thing.
Okay.
No Buff. Buff got hurt in the Tampa game.
Oh, how did it happen?
He literally it looks like he just catches an edge or a groove in the ice, skating backwards, and it looks like either a knee or a groin injury. I
Like
don't know what it is.
overcompensated and pulled something?
Yeah, I don't know what it didn't even look bad. All of a sudden, he just didn't come on for the rest of the game. It looked weird, and he's week to week now. So I don't know.
He's out till after Christmas. They said. Yeah. So he might not score a goal this year.
Yeah, get that. I'm not making that.
Literally,
I'm not touching that bet.
Literally, he's okay. He's got no goals and 15 assists in 28 games, which is not bad for a defenseman. 15 points, 28 games, but he's a +4. He's never been a plus. I'm sure in his whole friggin' career, he's a +4. That's why he's not scoring. You can't have both. It's one or the other.
I'm gonna look at this, see if he actually has never been a plus.
I
I
don't know
don't
if
think
he
he's
has.
ever been a plus.
He's
But yeah,
+4.
see that's the thing.
He
though,
lives
he's-
and dies by the sword, so you're going to get that.
He's +4.
Well, yeah, he's playing way more defensively, so it's taking away his offense, but
He's
we're
not
winning
playing
games.
25 minutes
You
a
know what,
night,
it's-
but he's playing 18,
it's
and
not-
it's 100 the entire time.
It's
Yeah.
not for lack of chances on him not scoring. It's just he just for whatever reason he just can't get it to go in.
And he seems to be the guy
know
who
what,
gets
though?
a rotator of partners. Like, to me, it looks like, but maybe not. Like,
Well,
has
no,
he
it's just
only
'cause
had
Enst-
Kulikov?
What? No,
Who, Buff?
playing
No, he's playing with
Enstrom
Sherrod.
and Sherrod.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
About Dustin Buffin. and no goals.
Yeah, you know what? Once it comes, it's gonna come in bunches. I think.
Yeah.
Because
When
look
it
at
rains,
Burns.
it pours?
Well, look at Burns. He got one goal like 2 weeks ago, and now he's already at 5. So when it's gonna come, it's just
Maybe
a matter
him
of
and
time.
Line are gonna just like go off one night. They'll win like 11-3.
You know what's
Actually, in his
amazing?
last 4 seasons, he's been a plus.
Has he?
Except for 2013-14, he was a -20.
That was the year they made the
Holy
playoffs.
Winnipeg
That was the
year.
year they made the
No,
playoffs.
I stand corrected. You know what's actually really, really funny though? Tyler Myers is on pace for like 40 points this year.
That's not so bad.
No, it's good.
Well, Tyler Myers, we all knew he's capable.
So
of it,
my-
but he's been injured. And
So
the
my
last
2
year had to
questions
deal with
for
a
you
bunch of
guys
stuff.
then.
Go.
Okay,
Let me
so
have question 1.
Kyle Connor has played 25 games. He's got 19 points. So he's just under a point a game.
Mm-hmm.
If he plays the whole year on this pace, does he have a shot at the Calder?
No.
No.
No?
I want him to, but at the pace in which Clayton Keller,
Barzal.
Matt Barzal, and Brock
Wow,
Besser.
Barzal's
Barzal's a
Tavares.
point away from being a point a game. I think he's played 30 something games and one less.
I mean, Connor's not far off though. And if he
No.
plays with Scheifele and Wheeler the whole year, he's going to get a lot.
You know what? If he stays the pace and the other guys regress and slow down, then I could for sure. Well, he's going to be on the ballot. I mean, Provorov got 2 votes
Well,
last
he'll be
year.
there,
So,
but-
I mean, he got a bunch of votes, but he got like 2 third-place votes, which is good
So
job,
either-
Philly guys.
So my other question, does Blake Wheeler finally get an All-Star nod? Because if he doesn't get it this year, like,
You know what? They have to
There's-
put more than one Jet in there this year.
they have to. Honestly,
Do they have
if,
to though?
if you want my honest
That's
opinion,
just Jet fans talking.
if you want my opinion right now,
Go.
there's 3 Jets on the All-Star team.
Scheifele,
Scheifele, Wheeler, Hellebuck. That's who you put on the All-Star team.
Dan,
That's to me.
I don't know if
that's
you
just me.
know-
I feel like you have a hard time not putting. Well, okay. I feel like Scheifele and Wheeler, you have a hard time not putting them on. Hellebuck, he could get
You
left
got
off, but
Crawford, who is having statistically is having one of the best seasons he's had ever.
yeah, but they're
I
not winning.
love how you said Crawford because I was going to be like, how dare you not include the most interesting man in the world, aka Drake of hockey,
But look at
aka
how- but-
Connor-
And then
or,
you also have
Corey
Jake
Crawford.
Allen, who is playing
Yeah.
lights out.
But Connor Hellebuck's record is 16-3-4.
I think with the All-Star game,
He's lost 3 games in 25 games.
with the All-Star game, I want Hellebuck there. I'd
I'm
rather
just saying,
have him
like-
there over Crawford. You know our stand with Crawford.
Well, I mean,
But with
yeah.
what I question, or not what I question, but what I with the All-Star game, it kind of reminds me of like an old boys club. It's like once you're in forever.
Well,
like you're
that's-
gonna.
How
and,
else
like,
are we gonna get Duncan Keith, Jonathan Taves, and Patrick Kane there? Patrick Kane should
honestly,
make it,
right now,
but
Kane should always
Kane's
make
the
it.
only one in Chicago that deserves to be there. Right? Wow, Crawford maybe.
Crawford does too. I think.
But Kane, like that's it. And I honestly, I hate the fan vote because it's a popularity contest. I hate it.
John Scott got voted into a fan vote.
Yeah.
I was a part of that movement.
I
Are
mean,
they doing the fan vote again this year?
for the
No.
captains? Yeah.
For that, well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for
But
the
now
captains.
with now they took away fan voting into they give you who to vote
Yeah,
for.
they give you like I think for the Jets it's Wheeler, Scheifele, Line, Ehlers,
And you're allowed whoever.
and Buff.
You're not allowed write-ins.
I don't think so.
Shakes for MVP. Hashtag shaking. Shaking.
He's been our best defenseman by far.
All-Star Shakes, I'm going to bring it back. All-Star Shakes, hashtag ass. That's how we're going to get Shakes into. Did it last year, doing it this year. Hashtag, you want Josh Morrissey in the All-Star game? Hashtag ass. All-Star Shakes. Ass.
All capitals, right?
All caps.
caps.
There you go. All caps. Shaking for ass.
Unfortunately,
there you
I feel like
Shaking for All-Star Shakes.
I feel like Scheifele's gonna get in, and I feel like Wheeler's not, just because I feel like.
Personality.
Well, I just feel like, especially outside of Canada and Winnipeg, I feel like when you think of the Jets, you're like, oh, that Mark Scheifele, he's a good player. You hear nothing about Wheeler, who's what, 3rd in the league scoring or 4th in the league scoring?
Oh, I was at the
I think he's 5th now because McDavid had a.
But he's
big
only
night.
he's only like 4 or 5 points at a first.
Yeah.
Like that's one game for him. Like he's had 3-4 point games this year already.
absolutely no love for the Winnipeg Jets hockey franchise at NHL Shop in New York. So if you're a Winnipeg fan or a fan of Winnipeg hockey and you're traveling in New York and you're like, oh, the NHL Shop, let's go get a Jet shirt. Have fun.
Yeah.
Nothing. The only jerseys they had were 2 Buffs, 1 Line. And I thought they spelled Line wrong for half a second. I'm like,
Yeah.
is that a Y? Oh, that's an I. Never mind.
And I mean, honestly,
I was
like,
mad. Madder than I should have.
Line is having a good season. He's almost a point a game, and he probably won't get in just because the 2 guys that are ahead of him
See,
right now.
that's the thing though. He's not having a good season, and he's still putting up this many points.
Yeah, that's the
Which
that's the
scares
scary
the
thing.
hell out of
Doesn't
me.
scare me.
No.
Doesn't. No. Why would it scare me?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I have Andrew McDonald. He can shut down
He
anyone for a
does!
game.
He does! Andrew McDonald only plays like 8 games a goddamn year, and 2 of them are against Patrick, 3 are against Ovi, and the rest are against Gino. And they're like, alright, don't let him score, and he's like, done. And I'm like, how come you couldn't do this every other goddamn year? Andrew, $5.5 million, oh, bastard, how dare you?
Unbelievable.
Still a year left on that beautiful
So I guess
contract.
we'll see what happens with the Jets then.
Okay, if you have... So your question was, all-star vote, who do we think gets in from the Jets?
If you had to pick one, I'm sending Wheeler. I don't know how you send anybody else.
Nah.
I really don't.
I'd send Shifes over Wheeler.
I
Wheeler's
send-
boring.
I send Shifley just because I like him.
Shifes
More
is
as a
boring too, though.
You're not boring.
No, like personality. There's nothing there. It's an all-star game. They have everyone mic'd.
That's why I like a guy like Subban and Burns will always make it no matter what, just because
Yes.
they're such characters.
And Voracek and Giroux, Voracek more. And Wayne Simmons is a fantastic microphone guy because everyone loves Wayne Simmons. So he's always talking away. It's fantastic.
Why do they like him?
What, Wayne Simmons? He was because he's a funny guy. He's got lots of character. It's about the intangibles, guys.
I feel like you have. I don't know. I
Intangibles.
feel like you have to send Wheeler. He's tied for the most assists in the league, and he's 4 points out of.
They should
I
send
think
him
he's-
no matter what.
I think he's there. I think it's
Like-
who else are the Jets sending?
Wow.
Because Nashville, they're only going to have Subban.
Subban, maybe Yossi.
I don't know if that because
How many D? How
there's
many
only
D you have
3D
to
on
be
the
there?
team. So.
I don't know.
Well, no, there's not 3. There's
No, it's
only 3.
Yeah, there's.
I thought there's 4. I thought they had 4 lines
there
going.
4?
Oh yeah, because it's 5. It's like 3 on 3.
3 on 3, so I think
if
they do
they're
4
still
lines.
doing that.
But I could be wrong.
So
not
you have
many
4D
guys.
6 forwards. No, 4D 8 forwards,
4D 12. No, 8. Yeah, 8.
and
That
then
would be
3
right.
goalies.
2 goalies.
2 goalies, 4D. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. Does that make sense? Like
4, 8.
forwards. Oh, 8 forwards.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they do
Okay,
4 lines.
let's do. I know we're way ahead, but let's do Central. Just the D. Who are you sending? Subban for sure. He's in.
many?
He's in the captain role. 4D. I'm sending Subban.
You have to send Suter
Petro
because
just got
none of the
hurt.
forwards
Oh, yeah,
for
Petro's-
Minnesota
What?
would make it.
None of the forwards.
I wouldn't take any of the forwards from Minnesota.
Oh, you wouldn't take Jason Zucker, the guy who celebrates scoring game-winning empty net goals when it feels like it's Game 7? How dare you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't send Suter. What's he done? Nothing.
Yeah, but you don't have to mic everyone.
Like you don't have to send. Like I would send. If you're gonna send a D from Minnesota, send Dumba.
You don't send
not?
Dumbo. You want
No
the
one
city
wants
of,
Dumba
You want the
there.
city of Minneapolis to burn?
He's been good.
They hate
No,
that.
he hasn't.
Hey,
Been. He's been awful.
no. If anyone's listening and you're like a hardcore Minnesota Wild fan,
They don't like him.
why? Yeah, they hate.
They
Have
hate
you
him.
been on Minnesota Wild like internet?
Because he
Oh.
has a fuck up a game. That's pretty much how he
They
is.
go. They hate
does
him.
some
They're
stuff.
asking
Okay,
for his
fine.
head on a stake every game. Dan's, you
I
know what I
don't
learned
think
today?
that- well, then I
Dan's
guess you're
Team
picking-
Chaos. Dan is Team Chaos. Welcome to the club, man.
Then I guess you're picking Duncan Keith because who else are you gonna pick? Buff?
Damn it! That's how he keeps
you
getting
gonna
in.
pick, Buff?
That's how he keeps getting in. Well,
For what?
I wouldn't shy away from putting Buff in there.
Like who you gonna pick? Buff? Myers?
Okay, well,
Not Myers.
Transo's probably going to be back before the
So
All-Star.
Yeah, so
Petro,
Petro's definitely in.
Petro, Subban. You could send Yossi.
Send Yossi. And then
Okay.
you have to have a Minnesota representative, so that's why I put Suter in there.
I guess.
Or you can even put maybe Spurgeon. I like Spurgeon.
monster setting Dumba. No, you know what? No, I'm doing it right now.
What?
Treats a pizza bet. If Matt Dumba goes to the All-Star game, I will
wasn't
buy
aware that-
Dan.
I
I'll buy
wasn't aware
Dan
that
a
everybody
single
hated him,
drumstick.
so-
A dilly bar. I'll buy you a dilly bar.
I mean, you could send Zucker. He's almost a point a game. If you want to send a forward, you could send John Klingberg from Dallas. He's almost a point a game.
Ooh, that's not
He's a
bad.
good player.
But Dallas is going to have the Ben Sagan. They always
Yeah.
go because
Yeah, but
personality.
why?
Personality.
See, and honestly, that's why I don't like the All-Star game. It's bullshit. Who gives a shit?
well, I
Who
watched.
cares?
I watched.
I don't care. I want to watch exciting hockey. I watched the
I
Central.
watched the skills.
I watched the Central game last year. It was boring as hell.
Well, problem one.
I don't
you
care if a
watch
guy does a
it,
good
so
interview.
yeah.
I'd rather be entertained on the ice. I don't care less what the guy says in the media.
I'd rather be You just answered your own question. I'd rather be entertained on the ice. Well, don't you want the guy to be mic'd and skating around, having fun?
Yes.
I guess. Well, then I mean,
You got PK. That you're good. There's your mic for the Central.
Just one.
Yeah, just-
Only talk to him the whole
PK,
time.
don't shut your mic off. Never. Nope. Not even going to shower. Want a
As long as you
break?
get a break.
Waterproof.
They usually have one per team.
Well, you could
Yeah.
also have Sagan too. I'm sure he'd be good at mic'd up.
Yeah, just don't ask him about like
Anything.
any non-North American player.
I'll stop
Jeez.
doing my rant, but
No, that's not a rant at all. to answer your question, yeah, I think Wheeler's already there. I think they also get another one.
Just in case you're wondering, Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn are 33rd and 40th in league scoring right now.
Yeah, but
so
All-Star game,
both of them?
The All-Star game, they throw out the rules, Dan.
Yeah.
They throw them out the book.
So let me give you some numbers.
That's how to hit you with some knowledge. Go ahead.
Braden Shen and Jaden Schwartz, 9 and 10 in league scoring.
You're not saying Braden Shen. Don't send Braden Shen.
You're definitely sending Terrace.
Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele, 4th and 11th in league scoring.
Well, that means they're both.
If you're going to send a duo, you're sending one of those or both of those, not the Chicago connection, not the Dallas duo. Like,
what
stop.
about the Chris Stewart Jason Zucker combo? How about that one?
Yeah, sure. What, Chris Stewart has 5 goals?
Chris Stewart, how does he score? How does any of those 5? Didn't he score on the Jets?
I don't know. I'm just like
That was the one where people were mad at Buff for not choosing where to go when he had a guy coming up from behind the net because Line fell. And it was Chris Stewart standing right in front of like Hellebuck on the other side, just waiting like this, and
that's a
Buff's kind of going
goal.
like, where do I go?
So how many? How many? So there's I think it's 6 forwards per team, right? Because they send 2 lines.
No,
I think it's 8 forwards.
They send because they do 2 like.
Do they all pull up the All-Star game team last year, and we'll have the answer right away.
I think it's 4 lines.
I think it's 2, 4,
No,
6.
it's not that many guys.
I think it's 2, 4, 6 forwards.
I think it's 10 guy teams, and that's including goalies.
Yeah,
11 guy
2,
teams.
4, 6. Yeah, so it'd be 6 forwards.
12 altogether.
Just go to teams. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
I feel like there was more guys last year.
We already know who's going for Philly. Obviously, having a great year. Top notch number 1, Andrew McDonald.
I think there's 14 guys.
And then he's getting traded
I'm
right after the All-Star break. Andrew McDonald. I didn't want to do this, Ottawa.
Or did they
You're
just
gonna have
roll
an Andrew
3 lines
McDonald
over
on
and
our team.
over again?
6 forwards, 3D, and 2 goalies. That's what.
Damn.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
things got way tighter.
Yeah.
Way tighter.
if you're gonna
3D.
do the Central to me, Wheeler, Scheifele, Braden Shen,
Tarasenko.
Well,
Don't forget, you have to have
Tarasenko
McKinnon
would
in
be
there.
Tarasenko, McKinnon, Patrick Kane. Although then you're leaving out the Dallas guys, right?
Well, then you have Klingberg come as a defenseman.
Yeah,
You
so
take
you
out,
could do
but
Klingberg.
Shen's Tarasenko.
Yeah,
You
so
take out Shen and you put a Dallas guy in.
I would take out Tarasenko and put Dallas guy, and Shen's way ahead of him.
No, but Tarasenko's
I'm
like
just
the
saying,
franchise
if you're,
face.
the All Star is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be who's reputable. It's supposed to be who's having a good season, and it never is. Which
Well,
is
why did the
unfortunate.
All-Star game even get invented back in the day? Was it because like not everyone got to see, so they like was it a showcase?
I guess.
I feel like
Alright,
we
so
should
you-
know
so-
this.
so you
Okay,
do-
sorry, go ahead.
So Wheeler, Scheifele, Tarasenko, Seguin, McKinnon, and Patrick Kane. There's your forwards.
Okay, D.
Then you send
Subban's going to be the
Subban,
captain, so
Suter, and who did we say?
Petro.
Petro. And then you can have what? Who's your goalies?
Crawford.
Crawford, Hellebuck, or Allen. Pick 2.
Do we have one from every team? That doesn't feel like we have one
Yeah.
from every team.
No, we're missing a Minnesota guy.
No, we're
No,
not.
we said Suter.
Suter. You've got a Blackhawk. Only one. Yeah, it's shocking, but only one.
Well, Crawford.
Yeah,
Crawford's
Well, maybe
the auto
2.
goalie.
You got a Blue. You've got a Star. You've got 2 Jets.
You have
See, if we're going to leave Klingberg off that, I'd say take Sagan off, throw someone else on
Yeah.
forward, and then bring Klingberg over.
So then put one of the other Blues guys that's doing well.
Shen.
Yeah.
Shen Tarasenko.
That's
take
what
out
I would
Sagan.
do personally. I mean, but
Or you can even have Zucker there instead of Suter and put Klingberg in. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be okay. He'll be
I don't know.
allowed to
Just,
celebrate.
To me, I'm sick and tired of Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin and Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves.
They have
They have to
charisma.
be there. Jonathan Taves has
Jonathan
no
Taves has
charisma.
zero charisma.
You said it as I was midway
He
through
has the least charisma in
charisma.
the
You were
league.
saying Taves as I was midway through charisma. I couldn't just stop. I don't agree Taves has charisma, but you're already saying the word.
I don't think Jamie Benn's the most charismatic guy in the world.
I think he's very charismatic.
No.
Google his YouTube him. He's got videos.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That's the worst way to try to win an argument. Why are you YouTube him, Dip?
So you want to
YouTube him.
Ryan Suter? Yeah, he's not boring.
Ryan Suter's got a great smile and he's a dad. He doesn't need to have charisma. He's a dad. He's a dad.
I don't know.
He's
just-
a man.
To me, I'm just tired of them being like, "Oh, this guy has to be there." And why?
For charisma. I don't know. Could be fun.
I guess. I don't know.
All right, well, we can move on. I'll open the mailbag because we're still on the Jets currently. You guys hear about the news from Seattle and the expansion in 2020? No, 20 and 21. How they were approved to do a season ticket drive.
Yeah.
That's nice.
$600 million expansion fee too.
Yeah, Winnipeg really snuck in there.
Well, but they didn't expand; they just bought a team.
But
Yeah, relocation, yeah.
Yeah.
why don't they try
What
to
was it? It was
relocate?
like 250.
150?
150.
Yeah.
And that's 6 years. It's crazy. 6 years difference.
That's a big inflation rate.
Could you imagine if Bettman went to Chipman, he's like, oh, you want a team? Sure, 600 mil. Chipman would be like, haha, nope.
Oh, Moose are doing
That's
okay.
a lot of money, though. Like, that's a lot of money.
Not really to him.
Like, the Jets, like, I saw a list the other day of, like, how much each Canadian team is worth, and the Jets are at the bottom. I mean, they're the newest, but they're like,
What?
300 or 400 mil?
Jets aren't worth more than Ottawa?
No.
I guess Eric Carlson.
But the
owns
Jets
like
have been around for
500
6
mil,
years.
so.
And they've been shit every year, so
Yeah,
they're only gonna
they've
get
been
better.
around for 6 years. They haven't gotten into the playoffs. See, teams make a ton of revenue off playoffs.
Do they make a ton
Well,
of
Oh yeah,
They're gonna
because
be-
each round you double essentially the price of
Yeah.
the tickets that they're paying now.
You're
so-
making
Oh,
beer sales,
yeah, that
you're
was you
making
telling us
merch
about that,
sales,
right?
You're making, like, tons of money.
and you're not paying the players any extra. So
You're not paying the
Unless you
players
win the Stanley
anything,
Cup.
actually.
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you win the cup, then you're paying.
I wonder who's got the biggest bonus in their contract for winning the Conn Smythe on the Jets. If the Jets go to the playoffs and win the cup, hypothetically, Conn Smythe, it's either going to be like Hellebuck,
Shifley.
Wheeler. I think Wheeler would come out to play in the playoffs. Not that Shifley wouldn't, but Wheeler comes to mind for me. I don't know why.
Well, he's been there before,
Or
so.
even Buff, because I think Buff can change games.
Or obviously.
Well, 2010, I mean, Buff for Chicago, like,
Oh yeah, no, I
was-
don't forget that one.
like
That's
that was
for
it.
He knocked Chris Pronger off, let alone on his bum, off his game.
Yep.
That was scary because I remember there's a moment in, what was it? Game 2. The one where he went into the corner, lifted his stick, and just like he wrecked him. Just hit him really good. From that point on, Philadelphia didn't have as much swagger as they normally did because they were like, oh no, their bully just beat up our bully. Damn it.
Yeah.
And after that, Chicago's like, hey, I think we can play with these guys. They're giving me like an extra second with the puck. And Patrick Kane's like, don't worry, here we go. And he turned into Leprechaun and scored a bunch of goals.
There you go.
Yeah, no,
Especially one that no one saw.
no, the way I denied it. I was like, that's not a goal. And then I'm like watching Kane
That was
celebrate.
the worst Stanley Cup clinching goal I've ever seen in my
I
life.
would never. No, just
So anticlimactic. It was.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
My favorite part is like Keith. Everyone's celebrating. He's still standing at like center, just going, "Did it
go in?
Did it go in? Is it a goal?"
the way.
Who was the
Kane-
goalie for you guys?
Who's in net?
Michael Layton,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. He was
Or was
really
it?
Boucher,
No, I think
other one.
Leighton was it. Brian Boucher.
Brian. Those were the two goalies you guys were running with.
Yeah, because the sunshine, ray of sunshine. Bastard. Fucking Ray Emery.
good.
Dick. They brought it back, too. Or whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, that sucked. That was the worst. 2014 when the Kings won the overtime, that was awesome. That
Where
was,
Alec
that was
Martinez?
sweet. But the Chicago one, that sucked.
The way Kane was celebrating, I was like, there's no way this isn't a goal. Like, he will be mocked
Oh yeah, he knew.
forever.
He knew.
Yeah, and then they showed the overhead view, and I'm like, no, Kimo Timonen had him locked out. That looked like that was a puck of that net.
Shit.
Yeah, dang it. Yeah. Oh, Seattle. If they expand to the team to 32 teams, there's going to be a realignment. Who's going east? Minnesota or Winnipeg? Because everyone else.
No,
Nashville.
No one's going to the east.
Someone's coming over to the
Someone,
west.
the Pacific. Someone from the Pacific has to go to the Central.
Oh, my bad. I
Are they
read
really
the tweet
gonna
wrong.
have two more teams it would just be one more team in the West then, right? Because right now it's
Right now they have we're at 15, right? Because we have 15. No, we have 15 over.
15, 16. There's 31 teams.
so then
yeah. It's 16,
So
15.
15, 16.
So there'd be
He says
so there'd be
16,
two extra teams in the West. That doesn't make sense.
So
No.
someone's going over this
East
way.
East already has 16.
And we had 14 before.
We had 14. Yeah.
Oh, so they're just gonna even it up.
So that's sort of evening it up.
So
that's-
someone has to see. That's who goes to the.
Colorado.
See, here we go.
They already
Colorado's
are
in
the
the
Central.
Here's what they're talking about because Houston
they?
wants a team, right?
Coyotes.
Houston wants a team.
Houston's begging for a team right now.
Houston.
So yeah, Houston. The owner there is a multi-billionaire
Okay.
who just wants something to play around
Oh, by
with.
the way, there's a street in New York spelt Houston. I went up to someone and asked her. Actually, it's in Brooklyn. I asked her directions. I'm like, excuse me, sir, is that Houston and Columbia? And he's like, it's Houston. And yes, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I've been saying Houston.
I'm from
wrong my entire life.
Sorry.
Oh, is it the Houston Texans, sir?
You should have been sorry. I'm from Canada.
Yeah, I'm from Kanata. Anyways, billionaire rich man in Houston.
Yeah.
Houston.
Okay.
Wants teams to play around with. He already owns the Rockets and like the NBA team.
Yeah.
So they're talking about relocation for one of either Arizona
Do it. It's right there.
or
Dallas.
the other team.
Vegas.
No.
Pull the plug. Pull the plug.
I'm not liking the trend. I don't like where they're going.
They're too good. Get 'em
This
out.
2-game losing streak they're eventually going to have.
What team in the Pacific has had problems with their arena this year?
Pacific?
Sharks.
Pacific, no.
Ducks.
Canada.
Oh, Calgary. Go to Houston.
They're talking about maybe moving
Get
Calgary to Houston.
The Houston Flames?
Well, they could probably rename it if
That doesn't
The
sound
Houston
bad.
Hot Boys.
No, sorry. It's the Houston Flames.
The Houston Hot Boys. Keep the same jerseys, change the C to an H,
Houston Heat.
and the Heat, Houston Heat, and then the Flames are coming out the top of the H, Houston Heat, and then the Hot Boys, the Hot Boys.
That's interesting. So then Houston would be in the Central.
Yeah, and then you,
But
you have your alignment proper.
Two
where
teams in
it-
Texas, though. Like the Stars get nobody at their games.
Yeah, but they got a great jumbotron, so I mean, you gotta look at.
Okay, speaking of jumbotron, during the Florida game last week, with like 10 minutes ago in the third period, they're just skating up the ice. The Jets skating up the ice. All of a sudden, you hear the freaking smoke from the jumbotron just started going off.
Like as
and
if
it went
they
off
scored
for
a
like
goal.
It went off for like 3 minutes during play, and they couldn't turn it off. And all you could hear on TV was
Literally, all the friggin' shit came out of it. Like that's the only reason it stopped.
It was hilarious.
What?
It was funny.
They went to commercial. They came back. It was still on.
Hey, and here we're back. Yeah, the Jets are doing really good.
And it was actually hilarious because like on the camera feed, like when the just where the the hard camera is or where that follows the play, like when it happened, you could only see the top of it, and the camera guy's like, "Oh, I'm taking advantage of this," and he slowly zoomed out and he just held it there the whole time that the play was going. It's
He zoomed out to. Wait, where was this again?
Florida.
Were their jumbotrons just
The
broke?
place where they replaced glass with wood.
No, it was plywood. It was okay. What it was they replaced it, but they didn't take the plastic cover off, and so they're just like, "Hey, goes to a Florida Panthers game, pays $500 front row seats, plywood." They were moving.
It's okay. There are plenty of empty seats to move into.
Remember that one game last year where I think it was a preseason where I think they were more arena workers than they were in the arena.
Oh
itself.
yeah, that was either last year or 2 years ago. Where like
That's
really
awful. Why don't
But
they move Florida?
You watched the Florida game, right? Like there was no one in those.
There was
friggin'
nobody,
seats.
and
no one.
normally like when the team like the Jets are there, it's like decent.
Well, it's
'Cause there's
too
all the
early.
Panther-
The snowbirds aren't there yet. They
That's-
don't go till after
But
Christmas.
no,
That's a great point.
the funny thing is that normally there's like 8,000 Panther fans that go, and then all the Jets fans go, so they get like 12,000 people. But for this game, it was like all the Jets fans were still there, and there were no Florida fans. He is, yeah.
Wheeler commented that they may as well have been playing in the parking lot because the ice was so awful in Florida. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's that. That sucks.
Didn't say surprise. So if Calgary moves though,
Calgary's what?
well, because they have the whole like Bettman came out and he's like, you better get a new arena, you're gonna have to move.
And the city of Calgary, they're like, nope, we're not paying for. They don't want to fund it.
Yeah.
And the owner's like, well, that's garbage. You're going to fund it, or at least give us some money. And the city doesn't want to. They say if you want an arena, you build it yourself. And he doesn't. It does. I don't know much about the situation, but the patrons of Calgary do not want to fund this arena. So I guess
there's a good chance.
that's a dangerous game you want to play with an NHL team. Or with a franchise, like with a team they've already Brian Burke.
You know
That
what
was
it
great.
means?
Why would you send Brian
It
Burke to
just
do
means
damage
that
control?
it just means that any franchise remotely associated with Atlanta is just doomed. Because the Thrasher or the Atlanta Flames moved to Calgary, and now Calgary's gonna move. The Thrashers moved to Winnipeg. Hey, Winnipeg's gonna move.
I've
in 5
joked
years.
that Winnipeg move. There's no way Winnipeg moves in the next
it's-
10 years. Not a chance.
It's gonna take a lot.
We
for
can
them
ride
to-
out our arena. We
They
can
still
ride it
have
out.
what 8,000 people waiting to get season tickets.
Honestly,
It's a long list.
It's like still.
I would bank on them building a brand new arena for the Jets before they move.
Yeah, out of town, like I think right out by your new home. In this alleged area of where we are, around here.
And honestly, I think they will build a new arena for the Jets in maybe 10, 15 years.
I think they got to start building in 5. Have it in 10.
Yeah.
And I only say that and people are like, what? It doesn't take 5 years? You don't know Winnipeg construction. Okay?
Because
we're going to build the
you have
arena
to
and be like,
think,
ah,
too,
shit,
is
we
that-
used the wrong metal. And then we got to
We also have to
redo
think
it.
now is that we have an AHL and an NHL team.
Yeah.
So they could build a bigger arena and they'd be fine.
And because then the Moose would probably stay at the MTS Center. And the MTS Center is fantastic for concerts. Like, it is now...
Well, they would move to the new one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But they could make it 17,000, 18,000 instead of 15.
That's, I guess
See,
so.
I think the reason they kind of like the 15,000 is because you
like
still
good
have
enough.
that demand all the
Well,
time.
and honestly, I think they'll hold off because they've done so much work to the arena.
Yeah, and they put money into it every
And
year,
that-
so they don't have to claim that they've made any profits.
And they built that
Everything goes
they're
back
building
to
that True North Square, which I think it's a ways down, but I think it'll happen.
Definitely good.
Definitely. So, you to answer my question originally, if Seattle comes in the league, you would move Calgary to Houston.
Well, but if Calgary doesn't move to Houston, then
Arizona.
Then I'd look at Arizona because they're kind of at the bottom. Like you can't
I want-
move one
I
of
want
Calgary
Houston.
or Edmonton. You just can't. It
I
makes
don't
no
think
sense.
you should, because that's a strong rivalry that you're just
And Arizona's
losing.
at least like it's at the bottom, so you could kind of just like do like a Kirby line, and
No one cares about
because
Arizona.
you can't touch
As I
I'm
wear
about to say.
a Phoenix Coyotes t-shirt.
because you can't touch
No one cares
the
about
California teams because how do you pick? You can't touch the Alberta teams because how do you pick? And then Vancouver's not gonna move.
Yeah, how do you pick Alberta's easy? One has an arena. One just built a multi-million-dollar arena.
Hey, if Calgary
It's
moves,
so
that's
nice.
gonna be.
Have you actually? I haven't been there,
gonna
but
be
have you seen like the area they built? Like they built an entire suburban area
For Edmonton?
around Rogers Place or whatever the hell it's called.
Looks nice.
It's beautiful. I've gone on virtual tours.
Well,
plenty of
since we're
times.
talking relocation,
Go.
apparently the way Quebec's going to get a team, because they already have the arena, right? They're just
What?
waiting. They've built a
Did they build
NHL-sized arena, yes.
They did not.
They did so.
They did. Remember?
What?
The Ramparts are playing out of it every game.
That's
their-
no. That's a
They
Pepsi
tried to-
Coliseum.
no.
That's the old one.
Quebec applied for they applied for an
They don't have
expansion
a-
team.
Yes, they do.
They
What?
applied for an expansion team when Vegas did, and they got denied. Vegas got it
Because they didn't have an arena built.
No, they do have an arena
It
built.
was something the NHL said it was something to do with the dollar because the dollar was crap.
Yeah.
They're like we don't. It's not the right time.
Well, because Quebec uses monopoly money, so it only makes sense.
I think Quebec will get a relocation team. They're not going to get an expansion.
That's what they were saying. It's either going to be one of Florida.
Do that, Jonathan Huber does.
Well, it won't be
Or-
Carolina because they just got bought
Yeah,
by some
Carol-
Dallas guy
yeah.
and they're not moving. There.
They're not
Oh,
moving out, yeah.
news. Did not know
And
that.
then it's Ottawa is another team they're looking at moving.
Move Ottawa. Do it. They can't even. They downsized their arena. They're not even gonna. Now that we're on it, what did Carlson say? Because I didn't read the comments. I was supposed to read.
They asked him for his 10-team trade, or
Just as like a
rotate.
prerequisite.
Yeah, but
potential-
before
Apparently,
that,
they have like 8 or 9 guys in the next 2 years that are up, and they asked all of them for their lists.
Yeah. It's about to be a fire sale.
So they feel, they figure that they're gonna fire sale.
Who
Before they asked for the 10-team no trade list, he came out and said, "Yeah, me and Doughty are going to talk because I think they have the same representation, like they have the same agency."
Yep.
And they're like, "Yeah, me and Doughty are going to talk, and I'm going to get what I'm worth. I'm not taking a home team discount.
What's wrong with that? I don't see what's wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong
honestly,
with it."
No. I no one
Yeah.
said something was wrong with it, but if you're taking that as a slight, like as who's the owner?
Melnick.
Eugene Melnick.
Well, and he even came out today and he said like I want him to stay, but I understand it's a business. So he even like just the way they're talking, he's gone. He's not coming. He's not staying.
Carlson.
I don't think
wants-
so.
He did come out and say that he wants to be in Ottawa.
Yeah,
Center
they
for
all
receiver,
say that.
but I don't know.
Andrew Ladd wanted to be Winnipeg Jet. He's now a New York Islander.
Jacob Trouba.
Hey, Trouba for Carlson.
There's a lot.
Dan, you will not usurp my trade. Ottawa, again, didn't want to do this. It's starting with Andrew McDonald. And then we're going to go to Wayne Train. And a first rounder.
For Carlson.
Yeah.
Are you fucking high?
Fine, I'll throw in Robert Hegg.
No.
You're not touched Provorov or the Ghost.
It starts with Provorov.
No, it
Any
doesn't.
deal for Carlson
No,
starts with
Hextall.
Provorov.
No.
I don't
Hextall.
care what
Yeah.
you say. I do
Yeah.
not care
It
what
is-
you say.
Hextall will not. You're not touching Provorov.
Then you're not getting
That's his
Carlson.
baby boy.
Done.
That's his baby
Done.
boy.
The kicker for the Carlson deal will be
How many assets does Ottawa get back?
If they don't sign him, it's because it's too much money. So they're not going to take back a guy that's going to be worth as much. They're going to take back.
Boom! Yeah, Robert.
They're going to take back a good young player who's not making who might be worth a lot one day, but he's
Robert
not.
Hagg.
And they're going to take prospects and picks. To me, that's what they'll take because
Philip Myers.
if it's a money thing, then they'll just sign him. They're not going to swap him for another $12 million.
That's exactly it. It's a
Right?
money
So,
situation. So
it's
it's
a
going to
money,
be.
so
It's
it's
going to
gonna
be. Move Ottawa. Move them. That we just answered the question. We're moving Ottawa. That's what we're doing.
You know what?
Ottawa's moving to Quebec,
they're
and they're
letting
going to
me
be
down
the
this year.
Quebec Delicious.
They let me down this year, so
Quebec Delicious.
You know what? I was
That's
actually
what I just called their team. Why? Quebec Delicious.
at least you realize.
The Houston Hot Boys and Quebec Delicious.
last year I was like all for them. I'm like they're gonna do good this year. And this year for some reason I was just like, you know what? I don't see it this year for some reason. Maybe it's just because I thought Guy Boucher would come in there last year and kick everyone's ass. Essentially, kind of like what Patty Waugh did the first season he coached for the Avs. And then I think I just saw regression because I don't think they're scared of him anymore. Because how long can you be scared of a Bond villain for? James Bond's going to kill him.
They started the year off really well, but they only had 3 or 4 losses in the first 15 games, but they had 6 overtime losses too. So their record looked a lot better than it did because they'd won 7 games or 6 games, but they
6-1-6 at one.
yeah,
point.
which looks great. You have one regulation loss, but really you've lost more games than you've won technically. And they made the Duchesne trade, and they're worse now than they were before the trade. They've been awful since they made that trade.
Man, the Preds and the Sens have gone in opposite directions. Sens just took a tank, and the Preds are like, "Okay, bye."
And Colorado's doing exactly what they were doing before, losing Duchesne.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure Ottawa has 8
young
wins.
players.
That's terrible. 8.
Ottawa has 8. They have 10 regulation wins. Yeah, I'm looking at them right here. 10, 13, and 7 for 27 points.
Ottawa?
Yeah, they're third last in the league.
Is that what they have for wins? They're
I'm
9,
teasing.
13, and 7.
No, 10.
Oh, did they just win?
They just won.
Still,
Or did they win a game today?
They did.
What?
but they're a minus 22 goal.
Nothing's wrong with goal differential of minus. That's how you win games in conferences. I'm not
Sure. Hey,
Welcome to the CFL.
No, they beat the Rangers.
the Rangers are so up and down this year, right?
I don't know what to say about them.
I don't know. Ottawa moving. Moving 2 Canadian teams. That's interesting.
Well, but we have 2 great names. We have the Houston Hot Boys.
And the Quebec.
Delicious. Can they be sponsored by So Delicious? If they still make those? They're so delicious.
Those were good.
Well, dude, they were the best. What would you name their arena? Quebec's arena. If they were named Quebec Delicious, though. No, it's for fun now.
What are those big fancy drink machines that they have now where you can have 20 million different flavors?
Oh, I know someone who goes there and just gets Coke.
Oh,
That's you.
What are they
He goes
called?
and just gets Coke. What are they called?
What are they called, though?
I don't know. Yummy,
fancy-
yummy, get up in there. Your mouth? I don't
No.
That's the arena.
No.
Yum. YYGUM. Why gum? What does it stand for? Yummy, yummy, get up in your mouth. Oh, yummy.
No, you're still wrong.
Yummy, yummy, get up in there. Yummy. 4 M's, 1 H, another 3 M's. Yummy. What would the Houston Hot Boys be called? The toaster.
The Houston Heat.
The Houston
Heat.
The Houston Hot Boys toaster. The name of the arena is the Toaster.
It should be called the Houston Hot Hogs.
Oh, Jesus.
Have a pig on fire.
No, in every game they sacrifice a pig and then cook it. But if they don't win, they let it free again. So they just have a big ass
terrible.
pile of
That's awful.
pigs. But if they win, everyone gets a piece.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a piece of the hide.
All right.
Okay, all right. I got a few more things here. Corey Perry, week to week with a lower body injury. I don't know.
Getzlaff literally just came back that game. And then they lose Perry literally within a period. And
I know it's lower body.
saying
Do
it
we
right
have
now.
speculation of what it was?
It's a hyperextended knee, what it looked like, because he kind of hit, I don't know whose, ass.
Okay.
And his knee just kind of bent the wrong way.
It's kind of funny because I
bad.
had heard he sprained his manhood, but then they realized he didn't have any. So.
Oh, wow.
When he first said that, I'm like, you can't. Can you sprain your?
Yes,
Nope.
you can.
You can.
I've done it. It hurts.
Oh,
Corey Perry will forever, to my mind, be a douche. So that's just what I'm going to say.
that's fair. It's okay. I get it.
But hey.
All right.
I don't think you can do it playing sports.
Okay. Alexander Burrows fined $5,000 for roughing So that was nice.
I didn't
A
see
roughing, he freaking butt-ended some guy right in the face.
I saw it.
I didn't see
They
it.
were down like 4-1, and he just boomed like board battle, but his back was against the boards, and the guy was tied up with another gentleman. It was Dylan DeMello, and he just like butt ended him right. In the
You know how like when Sherrod butt-ended Perry, and you're like, ooh, but then you realize that Sherrod didn't mean to do
Like
it.
you could see
Yeah,
it on
yeah,
Sherrod's
yeah.
face where he's like, oh.
I
This
didn't
was
even feel
Burrows
your
literally
face.
being like, oh hey,
It's Burrows, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
we're not
no.
surprised.
there's no. Yeah.
Matt Tkachuk suspended 1 game for roughing versus the Leafs. What he did was he tried nut tapping Matt Martin from the bench.
That was so
So-
dumb.
so
It
he's
was
got-
so dumb.
So he's gotten 1 suspension for spearing a guy while he was on the bench and the guy was on the ice, and he's gotten another suspension for spearing a guy while he was on the ice and the guy was off the ice.
I wouldn't call that one a spear. That was
Slash.
just a tap.
That was more of a you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're both idiots for doing that because you don't touch a guy that's not on the ice.
Fair. So Sven Barchi, 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured jaw, not having surgery. That's a brutal injury because while your
I
mouth
believe
shut.
Bo Hervat is also out, isn't he?
What?
Yeah,
he's
they
out
both
too.
got injured that same game. Or maybe Bo
Oh no,
that was the
Brocky
game before.
Bressman has got to carry that team, which he can totally do.
Now he gets to play with the Sedins.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not excited about
Sedins.
that. What did Ivan Provorov do
What did you do?
last night? What did he do? He passed Bobby Clark to start an NHL career as a Flyer most consecutive games played.
How many?
111.
Good for
It's
him.
not missed a game.
You know what that means?
He's very talented.
Blowing his knee out next game.
You fucking
I'm kidding.
Don't you take away the very few things.
Maybe
I love
I'll be
in
the
this
next
world.
Andrew Cogliano, play like 800 games in a row or something.
No, he's kinda
You know what? He's gonna burn out before then. I think. I mean, usually when you're playing like 39,000 minutes a night, and then you
When
step.
you have to play everyone's minutes on both teams, you're gonna get hurt.
When you have to carry Andrew McDonald on your back the whole shift.
Yeah. I saw this one, like, this mock, like, text thread. It's like the Philadelphia Flyers D-men. And it's like, Hackstall. And it's like, okay, boys, here's the lineups. And it's like, all the guys like, all right, here we go. And then it's like, it shows Provorov, like, showing, like, a tired face. And then someone's like, oh, Provy, why are you so sad? And then he's like, I know who I'm getting. And Hackstall's like, no, new line changes. And everyone's like, oh, dude, I get to play with you. And he's like, and then it shows Hackstall open a new text to Provorov on the side. And it's like, sorry, Ivan, I have to do it again. He's like, I understand. And then it's like, don't worry, man, only 2 more years left. And he's like, and then he posted on the side.
It was like that GIF you sent me where it's like, when you know you have to play with Andrew McDonald again, it's just Provorov.
Yeah, just like grabbing a breath of air. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's really bad when he's like the one bright spot of your decor.
Yeah, well, hey,
Well, you also have Ghost there, but
it's only...
Yeah,
the only thing is I don't like
he's
his
struggled,
defensive
though.
game.
What defensive game?
Exactly.
Talking about? He's a fourth forward.
You talk about how bad Buff is defensively, but then you have Ghost on your
But
team
Ghost,
that just
see, where
Oh,
I give
I don't
Ghost
know.
the edge over Buff is that, yes, Buff can crush guys and all that. Ghost doesn't do that. But what Ghost does do, which is awesome, is that once every 10 games, he'll make a highlight reel play. And I'm like, worth it. Totally worth all the 17 goals you just gave up. I'm in.
Done.
It doesn't take much to keep me happy. One highlight reel thing every 10 games. Yep. Speaking of D, actually, and not related whatsoever, but Victor Mete. Thank you, Habs. You sent him for Team Canada. Team Canada, World Juniors, they're going to crush. They're going to be good.
Could you imagine if Colorado did send
Tyson
their
Yost,
two? No, they're two because they have Gerard too,
Samuel Girard, and
and
Tyson
both
Yost.
of their minutes have been slowly decreasing. So there is still a chance.
December 19th, roster freeze, baby.
Hey,
Still a chance.
if the Avs want to tank, they started off the season really good, and they're like, guys, this is wrong, and they traded Duchesne, and they're like, okay, fix the problem, and they're still not doing bad, so maybe they just need to send these guys away too.
Yeah.
Slowly get rid of the whole team until you tank.
Guys, we're 20. We're
Who
20.
did that? It was Buffalo that year. That did
Get rid of
that.
everybody.
Anytime someone started doing good on Buffalo, they're like, "Yeah, get the hell out of here."
Healthy
Just traded him
healthy
away.
scratch.
No, they straight up just traded him away. It's hilarious.
Jeez. But yeah, Victor Mete got sent down for World Juniors. We'll obviously announce once the team's announced, so we can speculate. Logan Stanley did get invited. He's one of very few lefty that has a chance.
Isn't he a long shot though to make it?
He's a longer
You know,
shot.
it'll
but
probably be if he does make it,
Seventh.
it'll be their 7th D that plays primarily penalty kill because he's just gonna clear bodies out.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
yeah, that's essentially it. Oh, but don't worry because they have number 1 hockey boy of all time, Carter Hart, who just won Goaltender of the Month, also because he won Goaltender of the Week in the WHL for 4 weeks in a row. Let me name you his stats of this year. I'm just doing some globe because the Flyers are going to ruin him his career. They're going to ruin him.
The goalie graveyard.
Yeah.
That is Philadelphia.
Yeah,
He's
Printers.
done.
There you go, goalie graveyard. 12 wins, 3 losses, 1 overtime loss. Goals against average, 1.34. Save percentage, .960.
Nice.
5 shutouts.
Not too bad.
That's kind of gross,
That's
especially
not
because
so bad.
they're not in the same system that they used to be with their. Because I think they got a new coach this year in Everett, and it's more of a run and gun type of team that they have.
It's
now.
not a fantastic team.
No, but they're trying to play
But
more
when
of a
your
run and
goalie
gun.
can stop like 50 shots a game.
I've seen
But
those stats
before,
in one place, and that was NHL 17 on my PS4.
What do you mean?
That's the only place I've seen stats that good.
And that's when Dan was playing every game. Like he didn't sim any.
Hey, whoa,
Dan
whoa,
was
whoa,
playing
whoa.
every single
Don't you
game
do
that
that.
season.
Don't you do that. Everyone
Sim
plays like
games, I
that.
play the whole year.
I play the whole year. I turn the settings down and I wreck
I
house.
don't do that.
Dude, I get like 237 goals a year. Only me.
See, that would suck for me because I would put in more than that.
Oh,
I'm actually that good at NHL.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't that good. I almost lost a few games.
Finished with a respectable 62 goals for Patrick Laine in his second year. Beat Tarasenko by 1 goal for the Rockets.
What?
Legit, he had 61.
Danzig, what the hell? What is this shit?
And I'm playing on not the hardest, the second hardest difficulty.
Oh, no, I'm playing on the easiest, and I'm turning down, and I'm
that's-
still almost not winning game.
So I know.
See, I play on the hardest difficulty and I win game 71. That's just how.
Oh,
that
why
I
don't
am
you-
There's
an
no
NHL
fun anymore.
superstar.
Why don't you go
It's
on,
not fun.
Why don't you go on like EASHL and play kids?
Like I do the online verses and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
The
no,
online versus is fun because you're not getting, like, after a while you just learn what the computer's going to do, so it's like, hey, same game. At least when you're playing someone, you don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, because
Well,
there's guys like me who I just rocket charge you. All I do is try and hit people.
Well, in
and then I
NHL
lose like
17.
12-1.
I haven't bought 18 yet, but in NHL 17, in online verses I was 60-0-1. That was my win loss.
So you're
record.
like the greatest in the world or something?
So that one overtime loss really hurt.
It crushed me. I was
When did
real
it happen?
mad.
Let's say, give us a scenario.
54 games in.
No, I meant like what weather was it? Was it a nice day?
No,
Who were you playing? Who beat you?
I don't know. The guy played as the Pens and I was the Capitals.
And did the
And-
song like "There Goes My Hero"?
Yeah.
Oh, watch him else he goes.
You know what's actually funny, though? I think we talked about this before, but when the Jets lose this year, I get way more mad than I normally do this year.
Right?
It's because
Right?
they don't lose. So, like they've only lost 8 games in the first 31 in regulation, which like that never happens. Like normally, like they lose so much, I'm like, sucks, but whatever. When they lose this year, I'm like, Furr!
Especially when they don't play well and you're like, okay, you guys are better than this. What are you doing?
The Florida game, like they played well. I was ready to throw things. I was like, this is bullshit. And then they're like, oh, the Jets dropped to 10 games above 500. I'm like, losing my mind.
I think
when
it
that's
was-
the best they've been in like 10 years.
I think it was the Detroit game. No, it was the Florida game. My dad hid my Xbox controller, and all I wanted to do was play Xbox. And so I like couldn't do it, and I was trying. And then I went onto my computer, and I started doing stuff. And something on my computer wasn't working. I was this close to breaking the keyboard, and it's one of those like keyboard that's like not attached. I literally like had it over my knee, just about to break it. And I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble if I do this. So I just kinda put it
I don't want to buy a new laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to buy a new keyboard.
I don't know why, but like the anger this year, they're having such a good season, but when they lose, I just like it hits me.
That's good. They're
I'm like,
getting you
this
in.
sucks. Like they're playing the Florida game. There was like towards the end, they get like the Jets are all over them. They had a scoring chance, and like they score, and then Cop pokes the puck, and then gets mauled by like 3 guys. And I'm just sitting there, and Jess is like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, kill him. Just break his neck. Let's go." I was just like, I can't take this anymore.
Where's Gudis? I think he was on to something.
I was mad about that one because right before that, Buff got a penalty for roughing when everyone was in a scrum, and Buff just kind of gave the guy one
He's
extra
the
little
biggest guy on
shove.
the ice.
I know.
Oh, was that when he got the only penalty?
And then he got the only penalty, and then like 3 minutes later or something, Cop goes and gives a little poke, and 3 guys maul him and throw him to the ground. No penalty, and I'm just like,
Florida's a feisty team.
Can't get a call.
No,
Or
call.
Winnipeg, we can't
Florida's
get
a
a call.
feisty team. Florida plays like the Jets played when they played the playoffs. They're like, goalie finishes the puck, punch everybody you see. Like the Jets don't do that anymore. The Jets have stopped playing that way. Like they just
Well, because we can't afford to take penalties because our penalty kill's not.
like I almost wish
it's
the
not
Jets
great.
were a bit more physical because like they've really gone away from that. Like and that's fine. Like they're taking less penalties. They're
They're winning.
winning with skill, which they can do now. But it's just like at times I'm just like, oh, just turn it up a little bit. But
That's when I love when Buff gets a little angry. Like against the Flyers.
Great.
When he was just killing everyone. He was hitting everyone.
Didn't he hit 3 guys with 1 hit?
It was
No
2,
one can.
but
You
yeah.
can't pull off the triple buff. You can
There's
do
a
the double
Dion,
Dion.
but you can't do a triple
There's
buff.
no triple buff.
Triple buff.
Yeah, you could do the single Scheif if you'd like, but there's no.
Shifley
triple.
had 1 hit in his career, and he just lit some guy up at center ice.
Oh, that was against the Kings. I was at
Yeah.
that game. It was like to Foley or something, and then Carter came in and grabbed him and was like,
Shifley,
what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, he was like, and he just like open ice creamed someone. I'm like, and he literally hit him, and he stood over me. He's like, yeah, and then we got like mauled out.
Because he forgot how.
And like
hockey
Jeff
worked.
Carter, who's not a small guy, came in and just grabbed Scheifele. It's like, oh no, don't hurt him. Please don't hurt him.
If you watch
We need
Line
him.
he does this really awesome thing now where when he's going if he's like going into the corner for a puck, he'll get there right before the other guy and he'll turn his back to him, but he'll actually like turn around and like hit him like with his backside.
Yeah, he does,
And
like,
the guy goes flying on his
yeah.
ass every time.
He did that like twice in the last 2 games.
And Liney's like, kind of, it happens and like he kind of looks back. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he keeps going. And they're like, even the announcers are like, "He does that on purpose." He just like
We see him practice with Nikolai in the dressing room all the time. They got sock and boppers.
Like he did it this like
Nikolai, run at me! And apparently, run at me, Nikolai! Run! I got bubble wrap. Boom! Nikolai,
it's great because like I know it's coming and it works every time.
no
He
one
just
expects to
flattens
get
the-
hit when their back is turned.
No.
Unless it's Nicholas Cronwell, where he'll skate at you full speed, and then at the last second be like, peekaboo! And turn your back.
He's
And just
good for one
crush
crown
your-
all year.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
1 or
unbelievable.
2.
Yeah. All right. Any other words before we jump into the old falling for Dolan?
Did you see the Johnny Gaudreau goal last night?
No.
oh yeah,
Should that have been a goal?
it's it's right on the fringe, but if you look at it in real time,
Yeah.
it does the puck doesn't really stop.
But he's skating sideways, like he's not moving forward.
I know
at any point.
it's a really tough one to
He
call.
basically like comes down on Dubnyk and he goes into the corner and like he's almost like turns sideways and he's like perpendicular to the goal, but he's skating backwards, so he's technically skating sideways towards the sideboards, but the puck's moving forward and he flips it over Dubnyk.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
weird one.
right on the borderline. I don't know.
Here.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it here.
Yeah, like-
Great audio. Oh, that was sweet. That was a sweet
Yeah.
goal.
But
I
should,
saw
should
that.
Then look
that
at
be a
watch
goal?
it like
What do you mean?
because
What-
it kind of doesn't the
No.
forward progress doesn't
His-
really. It's a weird
No,
one.
it never stopped.
The
Look.
puck's forward progress
Wait.
doesn't stop, but his does.
No, but no, he never stops going forward.
He's moving sideways. That's not forwards.
But but while going sideways, his
The
feet,
puck's moving forward.
his
He's not.
feet rotate forward. I'm
It's a
okay
weird
with
one
that.
for me.
It's on the borderline.
It-
They used
is.
to allow spinoramas, but now they don't allow them anymore.
No?
No,
Thank
because the puck usually either stops or goes
Who won?
backwards.
It was St. Louis used to do that, right?
Everyone
Marty
used to do it.
But Marty used to come in and like stop and like roof it.
Yeah, you do the roof daddy. Yeah, sweet. But
Yeah. I was just curious. Like it's like right on the borderline.
all right. Well, if we got nothing else, let's go into falling for Dolan.
Do it.
Who's gonna get Rasmus Dolan? You'll see him at the World Juniors. Please tune in,
gonna
everybody.
say
It's going to be Ottawa. Then they can afford to trade Carlson.
Oh, they're gonna. Don't worry, they'll get Andrew McDonald. Carlson is gonna look so good in orange. You have no idea. So good, and it's not the Islanders' orange either. All right, 27th, the Detroit Red Wings. Please don't give them another Swede defenseman. They already had a great one, Cronwell and Lindstrom before that. And then you have 28th, Edmonton Oilers.
They can't win.
29th, Ottawa Senators. 30th, Buffalo Sabres. 31st, Arizona Coyotes. I don't want any of these teams to get Rasmus Dahlin, not one. Hold on, who's in
let's do
11th?
that. Yeah.
Who's in 11th? No, who's in 7th? Florida. 8th, Montreal. 9th, Colorado. 10th, Carolina. Philly. They could get the Magic again. They're in 11th. They're in 11th. They can do it again. They can do it.
Believe.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. All right.
That's.
Well, that has been Last Minute Podcast, episode number 175. I'm Cam. We're Dan, the replacement Matt. If you have any questions about the show or anything, you can email us at lastminutepc@gmail.com. Contact us at lastminutepc on Twitter. Or you can comment below. We've actually been having a lot of comments. So I promise,
What are they?
next episode, I promise I'll read them because I deleted the majority of them. Not going to lie.
Why'd you do that?
I can go on YouTube right now. Graham Fortledge said, "For randomly coming across your podcast on YouTube, I loved it. Where are you guys located with such a mix of fans?"
Oh, I actually replied to him.
Oh, yeah, you did.
We are from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Thanks for listening. If you're still sticking around to the end of this, Graham, can you comment banana pancakes?
Banana pancakes.
That's a secret word. Banana pancakes. It's always.
We live in
banana
Winnipeg,
pancakes.
but I'm the only one. Well, Matt, but
Oh,
Matt
now he's
too,
on his high horse.
But of the
Look at
three,
this
I'm
guy.
the only one that thinks clearly. So
No, that's false. I think clearly.
You're a Flyers fan. No,
you're a
you
Flyers
don't.
fan, and Greg's a Leafs fan.
You guys are Jets fans.
Greg was probably brought up with it, so he has an excuse.
What do you mean?
You made a
You're
choice.
Jets
Chose the
fan.
Flyers. You're an idiot.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them.
Dan's
is
the only
a-
one that's fair because he actually was an Atlanta fan before.
I was an Atlanta fan too.
Jordy Longbottom. This is coming from.
Oh no, scroll down. We have a big.
This is 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you have to read the bottom one. You have to go up like that.
Oh,
Okay.
it's up, down?
Yeah,
Someone asked Greg to pick between Omega and
that's
Chris
racist
Jericho.
fan rocks.
Racist
You gotta
fan
read
rocks?
the names.
Greg picked between Omega and Jericho.
He said Jericho. Actually, he did answer
I'm
that.
Jericho, too.
I'm Omega.
I don't watch wrestling.
That's fine. That's fair.
Oh, yeah, someone thought
No, you got to read it.
Ronnie. Just one word. One name.
Oh, I read this one. Yeah, you go ahead.
If you want to become more popular, you make shorter videos about topics that are more straight to the point and turn on the video.
If we could turn on the video, I would, Ronnie.
Which Luke Trache replied, "Ronnie, this is a podcast."
Not me.
Ronnie replied, "I understand. Just think it isn't reaching enough here on YouTube, that's all." Smiley face. Luke Trache, "Ronnie, I got you." So that was that.
That's my favorite. Ronnie, I got you.
Okay, Luke Trache. My suggestion for the Oilers would be to make the roster stay in a hotel while they are in Edmonton playing home games for a week to 10 days. Treat the situation like they are an away team when they are off the ice. This is obviously after we talked about that media article about them being
of course.
mentally weak or whatever. Don't log into any social media, read hockey news, etc. Watch videos and practice, train, spend time together. Isolate all of your focus on the game and your teammates, not your personal life or other people's opinions. Yeah, why not?
Taking them away from the things to get them their head out of the game, though, is sometimes a better idea.
One thing I will say,
focusing it.
being in a NHL team environment,
Yeah,
like from around a game,
yeah.
there's no phones in the players' hands. Like
Yeah.
they're not on social media. They totally tune it out. So, in their spare time though, who knows, right?
Yeah. of
Well,
course.
apparently, because Matt Duchene's apparently like the next hockey insider once he retires
Is he?
from hockey. Yeah,
I
he's
could see
always checking that shit. Apparently,
Jordy
Oh, I'm
Longbottom.
glad he's got a future because it
Hang
doesn't
on.
look like he's got long.
Hang on, Cam. You got some heat coming at you.
Buckle up, Jordy.
I like how Cam says, "You're a Jets fan. You'll defend anything the Jets do." After trying to defend Gudis on a play that was obviously wrong. I like you, Cam, but you're wrong, buddy.
Am I
Sorry
wrong?
to, and
I'm
then
allowed to
wait,
defend.
wait.
Okay.
Sorry to rip on Cam again, but can we just give the Jets the credit they deserve after 6 years? We need to see a playoff win, and this team, I believe, can get many. So Cam, want to place a bet? Haha.
One, I don't know how I'm wrong for having an opinion, Jordy,
because your opinion was so far off.
but it's an opinion nonetheless.
Opinions are like
Second,
buttholes. Everyone's
no.
got one, and everyone else's stinks.
No, I will not bet you. I've retired from betting. But two, I will also not let the Jets. I gotta bring my friends back down to earth a bit because the Jets are riding high. I'm looking out for the best for my friends because I know what heartbreak is. Okay, I know. I've experienced many heartbreaks in my life. I will celebrate. I will enjoy watching them celebrate when they get the fruits of the labor of the team winning.
Fruits.
Eventually. But my job is to bring the team down. You got to bring them down
Yep.
to bring them back up.
Yep.
That's tough love.
Yep.
But
And
yeah,
then-
I will lay off for sure, definitely.
And then
I do like watching the Jets play hockey.
And then lastly-
I don't enjoy how Buff does play by his own set of rules. And then there's just Matthew Peroja drives me. He's
okay.
the bane of my existence.
This whole Buff plays by his own rules. No, he doesn't.
I don't want to get into it again. I don't want to get into
He
it again.
really doesn't. You just don't like him because he's 5 times bigger than everybody else.
No, we're not getting into this. I
just saying.
think
I don't
he
think
plays
he's
by his own
nearly as
set of
dirty of a
rules.
player as you think he is.
No, he's not. Definitely.
That's just what I think.
We're going to leave it at that. Any other comments?
Ryan Lang last week said Mason Appleton was drafted in the 6th round. Unreal. And
Yeah.
he's playing quite well for the Moose.
He is fantastic for the Moose. But yeah, all right. So other than that,
That was it.
we will see you later. We'll see you at another time.
Bye.